Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 22nd of December 2022, the last afternoon report of the year. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed up 0.5% today to 7,152 points. Utilities, technology and healthcare companies did best, while the materials sector was the only one to end the day lower. Things are certainly slowing down in the run-up to Christmas. Among the large caps, Wesfarmers was the best performer yesterday, up 1.3%, while CSL finished up 1.1%, and National Australia Bank closed 1% higher. Gold digger Newcrest Mining was the worst of the large caps, down 1.3%. Best on the day was online property group Domain Holdings, up 5.5%. I'm sure that had something to do with our interview released this morning with Domain CEO Jason Pellegrino. Maybe not. Worst on the day was Silver Lake Resources, which closed down 3.8%. If you look at the past year or so, some of the better performing large caps have been Woodside Energy, BHP, Rio Tinto, Santos and QBE. Good to have an insurer in there. Westpac has been the best of the banks, while Wesfarmers, Goodman Group and Aristocrat Leisure have been among the worst of the large caps. Story number 2, there was plenty of last-minute M&A action going on today. Private equity group Pacific Equity Partners has pulled out of its offer to buy the education and workforce software group ReadyTech Holdings. That was supposed to be a deal worth $515 million. Queensland businessman Clive Palmer has sold the Yabaloo nickel and cobalt refinery in Townsville to a Swiss consortium for what's estimated to be $1.3 billion. At least that's what the media is saying, ending his decade of ownership. Silk Laser Australia will buy Eden Laser Clinics, the owner of 9 cosmetic clinics across New South Wales and the ACT. That deal's worth a little over $8 million. Kogan.com paid $1.5 million in cash to acquire the collapsed online furniture business Brosa out of administration, beating more than 30 other parties. And Synlait Milk has sought to clarify its profit expectations for first half 2023, which will be lower than the same time last year, despite increased volumes in nutrition, consumer and food services. Story number 3, a $1 billion gas project that had interest from customers wanting more than 5 times the volume of gas initially on offer is on hold because of the government's legislative changes. The stalling of Senex Energy's $1 billion Atlas gas project in Queensland is the most serious sign yet of fallout from the government's changes. According to the Financial Review, owners of the project, including billionaire Gina Rinehart, declared the government's intervention in the gas market impossible to sign up new contracts. It comes as chief executives across the industry, including Santos's Kevin Gallagher and Woodside Energy's Meg O'Neill, blast the Labor government's move to impose ongoing controls on prices. Story number 4, Australians are still staying away from elective surgery and extras like optical and dental procedures, according to Medibank, and that's caused the health insurer to increase the amount of pandemic savings it's returning to customers. So far this year, it's given back $950 million. Australia's biggest health insurer will return that extra $207 million to policyholders over the next 6 months. Customers with extra-only policies will receive about $151, and for those with combined hospitals and extras cover, they'll receive about $667. Medibank is funding the give back from additional COVID-19 permanent net claim savings. And finally, story number 5 on Wall Street. US stocks ended higher this morning as investors welcomed better than expected earnings reports and an improvement in consumer confidence. Bonds steadied after the previous day's sell-off as some of the furor following the Bank of Japan's unexpected increase in its yield trading band subsided. The S&P 500 jumped as much as 1.8%, and more than 90% of stocks rose. The tech-heavy Nasdaq 100 rose more than 1%. FedEx and Nike's earnings exceeded Wall Street's estimates, providing a reprieve for US stocks that have been hammered ever since the Federal Reserve's commentary last week about further rate rises. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 22nd of December, 2022. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.